Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John.
I'm Claire.
This is Many a True Nerd, and welcome back to Stellaris, the live stream. Utopia. Just rearrange those words, we'll have a thing. By the way, you're going to see some slight chugging during the stream. That's not the stream, that's the fact that Stellaris itself is dealing with the fact there is a massive intergalactic war kicking off and everybody's at war with everybody else. So a lot more is happening than the engine's really used to. Like, this is one of the problems with the Utopia DLC. Unfortunately, like, the game isn't really well optimized for the amount of ridiculous hyper-violence that kicks off during this whole business. But still, this is us. Let's just kind of do a little fly through our ships. This is a massive fleet that we've assembled. Races and peoples across the galaxy gathered above Rome, the planet Rome in the Vesta system, to fight the war in heaven. Oh, it's nice. So where's the big one? There's one massive one. There's the massive one at the back. There's the destroyer we went and got. My massive destroyer at the back there, bristling with guns. Very, very nice. You may notice most of these ships broad look the same. That's because they're mine. I'm the only person who's really carrying my weight in this war. But there we flipping go. Oh, the mouse cursor thing's disappeared again, has it?
Yeah.
Ah, we've seen that before. How do we fix that last time? I think it possibly just sorts itself out. Possibly, so we're just going to... Oh, no! No, the situation's got worse.
Panic!
The situation's got worse. Who told me to fix the mouse thing? Because you've brought... This is your fault. Yay! Yay! And hopefully we've got... And we've got the cursor! We've got the cursor as well. Everything's fine. Oh, the zoom's gone wrong. Okay, we haven't fixed everything yet. Okay, now you're seeing a different portion of the screen. Oh, did you see I got flapjacks, by the way?
Yes!
Yeah, we've got that's our snack for the stream. We've got flapjacks here today. Oh, I think it did it.
Woo! It's back!
No, it's because I needed to center it, then fit it to screen. I think we've got the entire screen, and you've got the cursor. Now, we're never touching the settings again. Basically, what I've got to do is I've got to take out one of these two guys here. I've just got to decide who we're going to war against, because we can't just basically cower and wait, because eventually they'll invade, and when they do invade, there's nothing we can do to stop them. So we've got two things we can do to start off with, and this is going to be the first big decision we make, and this is going to go to a vote, which Claire's going to set up a straw poll for. Basically, the Apathy Peacekeepers are right next to us. They border us. They are probably going to invade us sooner or later. So knocking them out of the war, or trying to do so first, would not be a bad idea. That would mean basically taking our entire force, everything we can muster together, and taking it up here to these areas that are highlighted in yellow right now. Because then, if we can just knock out all of these planets as best we can, then we might be able to, if we can get the war score up to 75, and it's probably about 5% per planet or thereabouts, if we just take over enough planets, destroy a few fleets up here, take out the Sin, for example, then if we can just get to plus 75, we can force the Apathy to surrender. Which is kind of odd when you think about it, because you can basically, they can be left with a fleet that could, in any, like, engagement, destroy our fleet, all of our fleets combined, and they'd still surrender. But whatever, that's what the game says happens, that's, I suppose, what happens. So we could do that. That would get these guys off our back, but it puts us in a dangerous position, because obviously the Thembalon Reconquerors are right here as well as the Apathy Peacekeepers. So as a result, our fleet would be doing manoeuvres right between the Fallen Empires, and we might run into the Thembalon as well. Our risk of running into one of the two fleets is increased that way. Alternatively, we could start our war by going after the Thembalon Reconquerors. Their allies are down here. They're extremely weak. It's the envelope people we've kicked the asses off before. It's these guys over here that look massive, but we know for a fact are actually really, really feeble. Because if we don't go into the thing there, it specifically says their power is pathetic next to ours. So we could just go in there and stamp on them. They're way out of the way down there, so we could probably win that war nicely, but the Apathy would be around for a lot longer. Our fleet would be way down over here, and as a result, the Apathy would probably be able to invade. And while we can run certain small amounts of guerrilla tactics to try and distract them and stop them taking our planets, it's going to put us at risk. But the fleet will be safer, but our home world will be more exposed. So the question is whether we take a bigger risk with the fleet to try and keep our planet safe, or whether we take a bigger risk with our planet to try and keep our fleet in a safer position. So, the question now is, Claire, that the straw poll needs to be set up in, is who are we going up against? The Apathy Peacekeepers or the Thembalon Reconquerors? Do we have a clear answer?
Do we have a clear answer? Do we?
Oh.
Yeah, they do want you to go to war against the Apathy Peacekeepers.
Yeah, it's
for 62% of
it's
the vote.
dangerous, but it's a good idea. I agree. Okay, so here's how this is going to go. The Apathy Peacekeepers are currently highlighted in green, and here are all their allies up there. What we need to do is we need to move our entire fleet north and basically swing round all of the planets in the yellow sectors, just taking them over one by one. There should be nothing up here that can actually deal with us too much. The only thing that poses a significant threat is if we run into one of the main fleets of the Thembalon Reconquerors or the Apathy Peacekeepers, who may decide to come and help out their allies. They may also, on the other hand, decide to come and basically attack us directly. In either case, I need basically the ability to draw them off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a small side force that is not part of Legio 1. And it's just going to float around somewhere around here in, this is Infinite Pond space. In the event the Apathy Peacekeepers start invading me or get a bit too close, I'm going to send a small force against just their planets over here. Now, this planet over here right now is fairly poorly guarded. Like, yeah, their space stations are about 2.3 strength. Potentially me going around sniping off some space stations would not be the worst thing in the world. So, I'm just going to build a force of maybe 4,500 strength, float it around here, maybe in Femin, so it can be floating by to a bit of security with the Mighty Darks. If they invade me, I counterattack, and that will hopefully draw them off. However, I have a problem, which is right now my fleet is in dock and it's already just losing a lot of money. I need, or rather energy. I need energy in an absolute flipping hurry. So anything I can do to boost the energy output of my empire, I'm going to do immediately. The problem is I suspect I can spend some money upgrading power plants, but, ooh, 7 physics coming off. I want that one spot. There's not much we're going to be able to do here, so I'm just going to upgrade anything I can, toss down some extra flipping power plants. There's technically sociology research there, but I don't care. We're just going to build more power plants there. How many science vessels do I have?
Too many. You never send them anywhere, and you
I
never
can't send them.
right?
I can't send them anywhere because I literally. No. I have like the number of leaders I've got capacities. I can't have any. Okay, you know, that's not a bad idea. I'm just going to disband a load of these. Let's just disband all of these bastards. Things.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. It's
that's
not
actually going to save us energy.
It's not like
that's
the chat
actually
has been suggesting.
that's gonna.
Like
why didn't the chat
streams.
tell me to disband all these science vessels?
Yeah.
I can't do anything with them. Like literally, I don't have the leader capacity to fit them aside and sign. And I think a science vessel without a scientist on board can't do anything. I think literally it can't even like do research. Actually, I'll double check that now. I'm gonna double check that now.
Whoa.
Why the hell are you over there? Why would you be over there? For what possible reason would you be there? You're disbanded. I haven't taken ship upkeep costs yet? Okay, well that I'm taking. Okay, yeah, that's taken such a, yeah.
Oh, John.
I didn't realise I hadn't taken that yet.
Yeah, they were kind of
I didn't realise I hadn't taken that yet. Why didn't you not tell me that, Claire?
Also, Vibath donated another 400 rupees, to which thank you very much, and said please never do another City Skyline video.
Are people donating to stop me doing City Skylines at this point?
Well, at least one person.
I'm somehow not surprised. I'm basically just going to hold the game hostage. Continue donating or I will make more City Skylines videos. Oh, actually, that's a really good idea. I might be able to optimize energy production simply by putting all the happiest people in the energy production things. Yeah, I can. If I move you up to here, that gets an extra +2 energy just because of bonus happiness. Okay, I need to rearrange all my people so all the happy people are working in power plants. Oh, what just happened? Okay, a very bad thing just happened. Which is the Apathy just got on top of us with jump drives. Okay, we can't retreat for 27 days. So, our high-risk strategy of let's get the fleet and just basically get around and take over some planets has gone very badly wrong very quickly. What do we even have here right now? We've basically got nothing here but me, the fleet, yeah, the bug people, the Senate fleet, a small force. I think that's just landing craft for the Infinite Pond. It's not even our full strength. Okay, we have got strength basically 100k or so here. Their strength 300 odd. Now it's time to find out whether our fleet, which was indeed set up specifically to try and counter these guys as far as possible, whether we can do anything. But it's close quarters. Actually, it's close quarters, which works to our advantage. They've jumped in kind of on top of us. Which means, as a result, yeah, they're gonna... I think we can do some damage to them, but we're probably going to be wanting to jump out the moment we can. Let's just slow this down here. So let's just go down to slow speed. We immediately start firing. My corvettes are moving forward. They're going to hopefully try and draw the fire. Okay, they're going to try and draw the fire as well as they can. The corvettes are indeed drawing a fair bit of the laser fire right now, but they're going to go down very, very quickly. The evasion on them is not so bad, so sure, we're going to take some damage, but my guys at the back can get their attacks in. They're sending in bombers. My own guys can also send their own bombers in. Right now, that is a transport fleet behind them. That's not reinforcements. I think we've got how long until... Oh, look at... Oh, bloody hell. My cruisers are being torn apart really fast. And it's still 10 days till we can jump out. And my force has already gone down from, like... My force was, like, 80,000. It's already dropped, like, 20,000. They've dropped nothing. They've dropped so little. But we might want to hold out just to take out a few of their ships. But, okay, how long till we can retreat? 3 days until we can even retreat at this point. This has not been a good first engagement for us. At all. Like, it's nice that our ships at the back are doing good work with the bombers being sent in. But simply, we've taken like 40,000 damage, I'd say. Probably, maybe a little bit less. Maybe we've taken like 20 to 30,000 damage. We've only dished out like 5 back. Hopefully we can maybe destroy a few more bits and pieces just in the final few moments. Because, yeah, I think we're gonna take out a few ships. And we've also got... Okay, no one cares about what the envelope people... Apparently they've become Xenophars. Well, that's nice. But no one actually cares. Okay, let's just take out, if we can, take out a few of their ships. Because some of them are weak. So if we can just... Now our corvettes are kind of on top of them. If we can, let's just assassinate a few of their Warden-class ships. They're down to our 291. How are we... Ouch! They've got their massive Great Titan ship at the back as well. And their bombers are now closing. Their bombers are closing. We're down to 36 strength. We've lost like 50,000 to their 10,000. I think it's time to go. I think it's just time to go at this point. And kind of hope our allies do the same. So we've taken barely anything. This is going to be a big loss against our name too. This is going to be a big loss against our name. The high-risk strategy has not paid off on this occasion, unfortunately. We just need to go. I'm ordering the emergency retreat. So, ships lost. We've lost another 7 ships in the emergency back off. Guys, I'm going to strongly recommend you all back off too. So in terms of how that battle just went for us, yeah, we managed to take out...
We're super dead.
We took out 7 of their escorts. They wiped out the entirety of our cruiser corps. Half of our...
Tabby, what happened to Tabby? They want you to look at the Tabbies.
Oh yeah, I think Tabby's in the process of dying.
Tabby's being trampled. Sorry guys, I was doing shoutouts.
Oh, that's why we still have visibility. They're just turning their attention to Tabby right now.
Get Tabby out!
The bomber wings are currently coming for Tabby.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, we're doing an emergency warp out of Tabby. Thank you for people who remembered Tabby existed, because I didn't. We need to rebuild, and now we probably want to say, okay, we're not ready for that yet. I think it's time for us to head down south to the quieter half of the galaxy and simply pick off the Thembalon Reconqueror guys. Because that area of space is a lot quieter. So, and at the bare minimum, we've cleared out some space up here. So these guys up here are probably unlikely to counter-invade us in a hurry. So... Now it's going to be about 3 months till First Fleet returns, but we have some money. We have some money. We just now need to start rebuilding. Oh, we don't have that much money. Actually, on the plus side, we've sorted out the energy problem because we're no longer powering most of the fleet because it's dead. So that, in many ways, is a good thing. And what we want to also do is we want to have a small side fleet that exists, just hang out up here. And if the Apathy Peacekeepers ever cause us trouble, we go and we snipe their worlds as best we can.
Hey, John.
Yeah?
They would like you to check the war score.
There's a... Oh, dear. Okay. Yeah, I see the problem. I see the problem. It's because the Thembalon have been waging wars against the state of these bastards. We need to make sure that basically doesn't hit too high. We need to start, okay, because the Thembalon are clearly on the warpath against us, we need to therefore go on the warpath against their allies just to keep the war score from getting out of hand. That's what we need to do at this point. Problem!
Okay, let's talk about something else. What's killing you this time?
The Apathy have just attacked a very small settlement inside, close by to Matasnobia. They're invading Skyrim. Now, what we need to do here, my plan all along for this point has been, we need to start running distraction tactics. We do not engage them directly, because we bloody can't. What we do instead is, oh, you guys have shown up again. The Mighty Ducks have shown up with 15. Oh no, the Mighty Ducks have shown up with the Federation fleet. Why are you guys not... How big could the Federation fleet be right now if any of you guys were bothering to maintain it? 743. Alright, and no one's building it other than me. very annoying that no one else, especially as, like, literally everyone inside it, I think, like, aside from, like, 2 people has actually taken Entente coordination. If my allies were bothering to build up the Federation fleet right now could have a strength of, like, 100,000 on its own. If everyone else had been bothering to maintain the Federation fleet, genuinely, I believe we could have actually if we all band together, we could have actually taken on the Apathy one-on-one. But no, of course, bloody not. Okay, this fleet needs a name, by the way. This is going to be the fleet that's basically going to go on suicide runs against enemy heavily fortified positions. So we're going to need names for that, chat, please. So right now it's just First Fleet, and it's basically just going to go on suicide missions. So I'm sending it over to here.
PD shoot.
Oh, the PD shoot fleet,
squad.
yeah.
That's a good. I like that one.
What? Which one?
PD shoot.
The PD shoot fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. For now, at least, it's going to be the PD shoot fleet. The Apathy are getting a bit close to Iverstead. I'm not sure whether they're going to Iverstead. I think the Apathy might actually be going to Iverstead right now. If they occupy it, we don't lose it, of course. It's just counted as occupied for the purposes of the war score. So what we need to do is... yeah, I think we can hold out against the Apathy well enough for the time being, but the Thembalon situation is worrying because they're clearly launching a fairly aggressive invasion into this part of the world. They've got a lot of... they're kind of taking a fair few planets. I'd like to think these guys will hopefully be able to take some of these planets back. Like, once they've been left alone. Actually, is that true? Are you actually planning to try and take these things? Yeah, actually you are. Good. Okay, so this is fine, because they'll be able to take some of these worlds back. And I'm assuming that once they take those back, the war score will recover slightly. So they're bombarding Iverstead pretty hard at this point. PD shoot fleet is making its way very, very bloody slowly. In fact, the transport fleet has caught up, so there's no chance we're going to be able to catch the transport fleet unguarded. I wouldn't go that way. Do not go via Iverstead right now. Iverstead is not a safe place to be. No, the main fleet is backing off. Iverstead, after how long it took us to get there, I think at this point is doomed. Because the thing is, the moment they land, it's basically going to be won immediately. Because they are going to... what they're going to send down there in terms of the armies is... they're going to send in Xenobeasts. So we've got some basic crappy... like, even if I actually, like, maxed out in terms of capacity the amount of defensive armies I'm allowed, they're sending in Xenobeasts who have, let's see, damage of between... their damage range is 6.5 to 13. My defensive armies, my damage is between 1.7 and 3.45. So, and they have sent in, like, however many of these. Like, there's no point me building up defensive armies, because even with massive investment in defensive armies and all the cost of that, I wouldn't be able to stand up to them. Like, basically these guys arrive, and the planet just is theirs, like, in seconds. So, Iverstead has fallen. Iverstead has now fallen to them, and there's nothing we can do about that. Bare minimum, we can get a new world down, which is nice. Nice new world for us here. So... colony. Right, yeah. Colonize the planet for that. Slap down a nice thing here. We need a name, actually. We need a name for this world. So right now it's just Ithawuk Prime.
There are suggestions to name it after Thomas Bunning, though.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really
Bunnick
good
World.
idea.
Okay, now we're going to see whether my plan works. Because what we've got right now is the Apathy Peacekeepers and 300,000 strength are just basically bombarding Skataki right now. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to bring this small force here, PD Shoot, is now going to go up here to the northernmost settlement up in this world. And it's basically just going to head over here and see what we can do to sort them out. We're just going to head over there, we're just going to warp straight over there. In 10 days we'll head over there, and we're going to see, if the plan works, these guys will immediately abandon, like, the assault on Skataki, because they're going to immediately just try and respond to that. So we're just going to come in here and freeze mid-jump because the game stutters for a second. So now these guys over here are now just going to go in this direction, and they're going to go and take out this here spaceport. And hopefully the spaceport isn't going to produce anything, because if it produces a single ship, basically the... what the... What? Wait, hang on, what's going on here? Okay. I think in Matasnobia, some Fofossans basically just joined in the assault of the bloody Apathy Peacekeeper lot. But I think they've basically been caught up in a defense station that was auto-built by the Matasnobia guys, which is now doing okay at tearing them apart, but we're going to see if it actually wins or not. There's actually a lot of strength there, so Bare minimum, it will do a little bit of damage. It's still at 1.6 technically, but it's losing strength fast. It's kind of close. I think they've abandoned... Yeah, I think they warped out. Good. They warped out. So, meanwhile, over here, these guys are now attacking this thing and doing a good job. These guys are doing a good job. Now, where is the fleet of... I think it worked. I think it worked. I think they're warping out to respond. I think they're actually responding at this point. They are... Can we actually see what they're doing? They're doing something. We don't know where they're going right now. They're following PD Shoot. It's working. The plan is actually working. Okay, so what we're going to do now is PD Shoot is now going to take on... It's just going to take out that thing, and now it's going to back off. Okay, PD Shoot, I'm going to put these guys into evasive mode at this point. Basically, I want them to start running. But this is... Basically, the plan has just worked. Which is those guys were pulled off the Skataki Siege to come and try and relieve their battle station. So, right now, that actually... Oh, dear. Guys, get out of there. Get out of there, like, right now. Because it's now 3.6 thousand versus 308,000. It's literally 100 stronger than you. You want to hand over monthly Garanthium. Hang on, what the bloody hell's Garanthium? Do we have any right now? I don't have any. You want Dark Matter, and you also want Engos. Yeah, I don't know what Garanthium is, but... What is Garanthium? What is... Ship hull points plus 10%. That's pretty good, yeah, why not? Legio 1, get in there. It's time for us to take some planets back. The war against the Thembalon's been going badly. It's time for us to actually get some bloody victories under our belt, alright? So, me and anyone who's following me right now, who else is in here? There's the second attack swarm from the Rontors, and... I think some... Actually, it's the Ilkahan. It's the Ilkahan, interesting, that are following us around here. So you guys, get over here and just clear out this world if you'd be so kind. Head in this direction. Yep, fine. Made a slight mistake there. That's one of our allies. That wasn't actually an enemy. Call off the attack. Okay, now, I've sent PD Shoot Fleet over in this direction. Now, we're going to see whether this draws the attention of... Yes, I think it has immediately. I think straight away, these guys are now backing off. Yeah, they're following PD Shoot. This is actually working. This is genuinely keeping these guys from attacking us. Because every time they try and attack us, we just send a small force over here to just basically annihilate one of their small little side areas. And then we just go and we take them out, and then we just get the hell out of there. The Thembalon guys are willing to call a peace. They want Peasant Twerp to be ceded to the envelopes.
Peasant Twerp? Oh, to the envelopes? No way.
They want Mondak's Retreat to be handed over till the Ilkahans. They want Matasnobia handed over to the Thembalon Reconquerors themselves. And they want Karba's Landing, which I don't even know where that is.
That must be something we forgot to rename.
That must be something we forgot to rename. They want that handled... Oh no, that's owned by... That's not even one of ours, because they're negotiating with... They're negotiating with us as a federation. We have a small problem. Apparently it would cost us 100 influence to decline, which we don't have.
We don't have 100 influence?
No, we've been spending our... I didn't realise that in the future we might be in a situation where we would need to use influence to say no to something, but I would guess maybe because they're so overwhelmingly strong, it takes political capital in order to... Okay, how long until we've got that... If we decline, we'll have to pay 100 influence. Oh, it'll be automatically declined on... Okay, we've only got a few months. We can't get up to 100 influence in that time. There's no way to do it.
The chat are saying that you should go back to the save that you had before we did the poll, because now all hope is lost.
All hope is not lost, because even if we like end up losing the war, I don't mind that, because losing a war in this game can be just as fun as winning a war. I think it's okay. We're just gonna keep on fighting down here in our actions down on this side. PD Shoot is... Okay, we're not currently being invaded by the Apathy, which is nice. No, this is... Okay, no. We've got something better here. The Apathy Peacekeepers are offering a straight-up white peace. That's just a straight-up war ends, no one sacrifices any territory whatsoever. That's good.
You should go with that.
I'm going to go with that, yeah. I'm going for that right away.
I mean, managing to get a peace offer from an enemy like that is already pretty much a victory.
I mean, that's good, because that means from now on, they're just fussed with They're just like way faster with these guys. That'll keep the Thembalon busy and mean we might actually be able to drag this war kicking and screaming with the Thembalon to a better scenario. Okay, for all the chat saying, no, you're doomed, you're hopelessly doomed and all of that, no, it's fine. That's actually ended pretty well, all things considered. Gosh darn it, we've technically just lost the war. Because I literally couldn't get enough influence to say yes to the war. Right, so... as a result of that, Matasnobia is now in enemy hands. So. The situation now is we are at least now actually at peace. We can now rebuild. We need to focus on peacetime stuff because no one's at war with us. So sure, we've lost a little bit of stuff here, but we can rebuild and we can expand. And actually, we could go for the fallen empires that haven't woken up yet. I think that might actually be worth it. Because if we can destroy them, we can get their technology off them. We can scan the technology. It might actually be worthwhile. Okay. I think that's actually not a bad plan. That's not a bad plan at all. What we need to remember is, when this war began, we were allied with just these people. All these people have flocked to us as well. So we have gained a huge amount of people into our federation. Huge amounts of people are now part of our federation. It is now, yeah, it was like, it used to be like 4 people. Now there's a bunch of other people who have just shown up too, which is great. So it's much stronger than it was. The Federation fleet can be much stronger than it was as well once it gets around to my turn to build that up again, which is lovely. We need to rebuild, we need to expand like crazy, and we just need to start eating up planets because in 10 years' time, the war will be back on. We have not lost this war, okay? We have laid the foundations for peace, and what we have gained from this war in expanding the Galactic Senate is vastly more than these handful of systems that we've lost. Sure, we've lost, like, you know, we've lost, these guys over here have lost that. They lost that. We've lost one system. One bloody system right here. Mondak's Retreat. We didn't even care about Mondak's Retreat. Hang on, let's... yeah, there's so little there. That's such an insignificant world. And they're really, really unhappy, which is nice. I kind of hope they actually cause... oh, yeah. They might actually even rebel and join up with us again. Because right now, their unrest is 100. So there is an excellent chance they might even rebel and decide to rejoin us. Actually, I wonder if the same is true for Peasants Twerp. Hang on, let's just go down to Peasants Twerp and have a little look-see whether that might be the case as well. Peasants Twerp down on the surfaces. No, actually, they're okay. Ooh! Claire.
What? Did they take the Xenozoo from you?
No, it's much worse than that. The Envelope people have shown up, and they are forcibly migrating the bugs off worlds. They have they're committing an act of displacement against the bugs in order that only Envelope people can live on this planet. They are kicking the bugs off this world. They are, the bugs, the sex bugs have been kicked off this world, and that is so unacceptable. Unacceptable. So, we have been left, though we've lost a handful of planets, like, we are still strong, and we've got a good economy. Our economy's great, energy's good, minerals coming in well. We've got now the time and the money to rebuild our fleet. We can do this. This is going to be fine. This is all going to be under control. I think we are going to have this. This is all going to be a-okay. Now, speaking of which, we need to start thinking about how we expand and where and so forth. So this world's going to take quite some time to come into existence. That's fine. Let's just start working on some stuff over there. This colony ship's almost made it. I feel sorry for, like, this bug colony ship has been... it's been awaiting a new home for... how many decades do you think it's been since we trained this thing? It's been... I think it's been there since the third live stream. This is the 6th. It's been there for a long time. And for only 30 influence, I think we're now landing this thing. This thing deserves to be landed, damn it.
So how many people do you think died in that
I think they're in cryostasis. I think it's an arc ship where they're in cryostasis. I'd like to pretend. Okay, we need a name for the bug world. Finally, we have a bug world.
They want you to name the bug world Australia.
That's good. I like that. Yeah, I like Australia being the bug world. And in honor of the Australians.
Of course, hashtag Straya.
Maybe in the system of Straya. This is going to be the system of Straya. And the planet is going to be Australia, I would say. There we are. That way both can be represented. In the Straya system, there is the planet of Australia. Good old Australia. It is a harsh desert world full of bugs, but there's good eating down there. You can have some good barbecues as long as you're willing to put... Oh no, the Xenopets! Do not put the Xenopets on the barbecue. Particle Lancers! Particle Lancers every flipping time. Oh, if we had those during the war, this probably wouldn't have gone so bloody badly. And then as soon as all the fleets have reunited, I'd say it will be time for us to take on the Dimensional Horror. Oh, Thomas Punning, what have you done? What have you done?
What has Thomas done?
There have been reports of unexplained seismic disturbances on Thomas Punning. Tremors can be felt across the planet. Many of our settlements have suffered damage. While investigating the earthquakes, our scientists discovered a vast network of subterranean caverns. The deepest of these caverns is home to some kind of indigenous civilization. They appear to be tunneling towards the surface. Ground vibrations from our settlements may have triggered this behaviour. We cannot be certain. There's no telling how these aliens will react when they spill out of their tunnels and encounter our colonists. Right. God damn it, Thomas. What have you done? Okay, so we can do a preemptive strike against them. Okay. Finishes in 1 month. Or we could try and communicate with them. What I'm also going to do before we choose either of those things is over on Thomas Punning, I'm going to get some armies into production. We should be able to get some defense armies on the ground.
The chat is suggesting sexing more people.
We could sex them all people, but let's get some defense armies on the ground just in case they turn out to be hostile. Okay, so special project is completed. One of our probes burrowed through the ground and intercepted the tunneling aliens on Thomas Punning. If the startled alien workers calmed down, the probe was successful in establishing communication. Is this thing on? Can you see us, surfacers? We understand you hail from the great nothing that lies upwards beyond the stone. It was assumed nothing living could exist there. Evidently this is not so. What are your intentions? Okay, so we've actually got options here. Tell us about yourselves. We would like to coexist in peace. Society output plus 10%. That's nice. Or submit or be destroyed. Tell us about yourselves, why don't you? So our empire stretches every pocket of the known world. Only the great nothing lies beyond our reach. We have many fine cities supported by lichen farms and fish we catch in large rivers flowing through our tunnels. It's been away for thousands of years. Our diggers heard the faint echoes of your cities through the stone. We decided to investigate. We just coexist in peace then. Just seems to be plus 10% society. It might cause trouble later, but I'd say that's fine for now. Then so we shall, surfacer. Let us share this world together. In the spirit of peace, we're most interested in trading with your people. I believe we have much to offer one another. We shall return to our cities and make the arrangements. Hooray! Peace! Lovely. Well, that was good. I'm glad we didn't launch a preemptive strike against them. Congratulations, Thomas Punning. You now have a subterranean civilization and 10% society research. In we go. And, guys, commence attack on monstrosity, please. Thank you. And, oh, we already are. Good. We're probably going to take some damage, understandably. Has anything died yet? It's... Wait, what? 58,000. 50... Oh, ouch. Okay, that's doing damage to us very quickly, in fact. Actually, I'm really concerned about how quickly that's doing damage to us. Because we were... How are we down to that little... Wait, what? Also, why are our bombers going over here? Guys, the interdimensional horror's not over there. The interdimensional horror's over here. Can we all kind of close in the interdimensional horror? Because I can't notice he's doing... There we are! Someone's firing. I'm glad someone's firing. I'm not quite sure how we officially lost so much strength. Oh, it's because the Admiral died. Oh, that's just perfect timing. He literally died as the battle began. Oh, that's just spot on. Excellent timing.
Great.
Literally, the battle was joined and the Admiral just died. Well, that's just bloody useless. Right, okay. Well, on the plus side, we're firing on this thing now. We've got a good amount of fire coming in. Most of our fleet's closed the gap. I don't think we've actually taken much damage yet. We've got a lot of... In fact, actually, I think his fire's been kind of drawn over to some of the bombers, which is good. So now we just need to... Yep, there we are. Let's have a look to see what we've got going on here. We're doing lots of damage to... Yeah, we're doing a load of damage. It's just laser weapons, all those plasma, all those proton torpedoes coming in. We're certainly having an impact on him. I'd say we're having an impact on him very, very nicely indeed. Damage to armor, damage to hull. So technically he's got armor and hull is what he's got. He's just got a health bar and a fair bit of armor. But we've got loads of laser weapons. Plasma weapons cut through armor like crazy. He's down to, yeah, he's lost a quarter of his health already. We've still got the overwhelming majority of our strength. I'd say that's fine. Someone's communicating with us. Energy credits for... terraforming gases. I don't think we're going to be doing any terraforming, so yes, that's acceptable. In which case, we may as well just actually get rebuilding while the dimensional horror is being taken out. We don't need to be paying attention to that, I'd say. I'd say it's absolutely fine. Almost dead. Yep, he's got to be down. Almost done. And we have got ourselves some unusual energy readings. Lovely. He has been banished. The malignant entity which attempted to breach our universe near the Lustjaj black hole has been banished back to its own realm. Only time until its influence has been sufficiently weakened to keep it there for good. But there was an anomalous energy reading. Let's get a science vessel over here. Where's our nearest science vessel? Hang on. Construction complete. There's war declaration. Oh no. How do we feel about a little war? Everyone wants to go to war against the Velmanac silencers for no well-explained reason. And the special project has been completed, meaning jump drives just became okay. Everything just got interesting, because all of a sudden we have got this wonderful scientist, the Mentat, who can research things super fast, and we have got ourselves tachyon lancers, ludicrously long-range, hard-hitting, extra-large weapons that we could research. Or, alternatively, we've just got the jump drive. Now, I'm probably going to go for Tachyon first, because it's too good not to. And, the Mentat can just do it in 41 months, because he's so bloody damn good. But yeah, just in case you don't know this is basically the highest level of laser weapon, and, like, what many people consider, like, the ultimate endgame thing. So if we go over to Ship Designer right now, only some ships are allowed to. I think cruisers might be. A cruiser's allowed to even have an extra large slot on them. I'm not even sure they... no, cruisers aren't even allowed. So this is just for my battleship contingent. So what I need to do is, I can still have 2 hangars, but on the front, I'm now going to mount a spinal mount bow, and this is purely for the sake of one tiny, tiny thing, and that is my particle lancers. Because a large gamma laser does like damage 42 to 71 at a range of 70. A particle lance does damage 144 to 273. At a range of 100. Ignores 90% of armor.
Much better.
Ignores 90% of armor. Oh, yeah. I'd say we're going to put ourselves a nice particle lance on the front of all of our battleships from now on. If we choose to consider that it's worth the risk, we can have jump drives on our ships very, very soon indeed as well. Though, that does risk the unbidden actually showing up. But... it would mean we do have an edge against basically every other empire other than the Fallen Empires. We have got another, I think, about 7 years until we hit the point where the ceasefires basically come off cooldown. At that point, the Apache might attack us again. The Thembalon might well attack us again. We probably will want to attack the Thembalon at that point anyway. Quite frankly, we might want to start going for a couple of small wars against those guys, just to start picking off some of these guys. If nothing else, I want to regain my territory in this part of the world. That needs to be regained. That's very, very important indeed. And I suspect war against the snail people could be a good idea. But yeah, I know what people say in the chat. There's these guys up here who look smaller, but you can see they're like superior equivalent overwhelming. It's exactly the same. So there's no advantage or disadvantage to going for one or the other. Like, these guys are fun because they've got, like, the beacons of stability and stuff. So they've actually got, like, the ring worlds. They actually have proper ring worlds, which are pretty cool. But I would say we're probably better off just kind of absorbing this bit, because it's a bit more out of the way, and we can just absorb it into our empire nice and easily. So, all of that is coming up next, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John.
I've been Claire.
That was better that time. This has been Miniature, and this has been Stellaris. Thank you all so very, very much for coming out and joining us. I'm going to go for the goodbye screen now. Yeah, there it is. Goodbye. You know, I really hope we've agreed open borders with Japan, by the way. Otherwise, they have basically just invaded. I may have picked the wrong fight over... Yep. And my cities, of course, have got even more flipping high-tech, though mysteriously still completely dependent on, you know, an aqueduct. Now, I'm not saying your entire army is mostly already dead, but it kind of actually is.